world capacity petrochemical units with a refinery. Then look at the COD also, same case. And coming to refinery, if you look at US EPA, they give not only on the quality, they look at the complexity of the refinery. Refinery is not simple hydro-treating unit, hydro-skimming unit type of facility, where initial stages it used to be a distillation unit, a reformer to produce petrol, that's all. The hydro finishing for meeting the some other low quality or the petrol quality. Now complexity in Indian refineries, look at Baroda, they claim it is 14 Nelson factor. Reliance refineries are 13 and 14. The other units also will be around 8, 9. With that complexity, US EPA gives, if this is a hydro skimming unit, this is the type amount of effluent you can generate, and this is the quality. And if it is a reform, next step, secondary processing. If you have got a low refinery, this is the quality. And if this is a petrochemical refinery complex, what will be the quality and quantity? Here we are not making such difference. Okay. Next step. Coming to FCC emissions, particulate matter, we are comparable with US EPA. They mention in amount of coke burnt. They say 1 gram per kg of coke burnt, which works out to approximately 110 milligrams. Our standards are 100. That's fine. Whereas coming to opacity, we have 30-30. My previous speaker, Mr. Tandon, said less than 5 micron the size particles are so much. It's very difficult to remove. And when you have less than 5 micron size, the opacity is going to be high, even if the concentration is low. And earlier US EPA had this 30. They have removed it because it's not scientifically based. They have realized this is not the correct way of doing it. You go, if you want to have opacity, then it has to be site specific with test runs to establish what is the size distribution of the particles which are coming, compare it with the opacity and give that opacity for that unit. You don't put a general limit for opacity. And fugitive emissions. This we have copied and pasted. We say EFRT shall be provided with double seals with minimum vapor recovery of 96. I don't know what is meant by this. US EPA says you will either have a fixed roof in combination with internal floating roof, and then they give the specification, what are the things which are to be followed. Or external floating roof means a pontoon type or double deck cover that rests on the liquid surface, and then they give the specification, what are the things to be followed. Or a closed vent system control device with only a fixed roof, and the emissions from there in the control system will be 500 ppm in the vent. This is how US EPA tells very clearly. And here I can't make out anything. What is here? Can you? Same case with our loading system. UOC reduction 99.5% compared to what? And then emission 20 milligrams per normal meter cube in a vapor recovery system The benzene vapor recovery suppliers who supply, they give minimum, that is the best available thing is 36 milligrams per normal metric cube, that is 10 ppm. They cannot achieve less than that. It is based on thermodynamics of the carbon which is used. Activated carbon is the thing which is used, and in that you cannot achieve better than this, but we want 20 milligrams. And then coming to truck loading, bottom loading, I don't know why refinery is being told you do bottom loading when the trucks which are coming are top loading type. Then it should be a thing which is to be told to the whole industry, including the
when they make these standards,
Ministry of Surface Transport, who control the truck, that trucks which are going to be used for petroleum product handling and transportation should be bottom loading type. Otherwise, you will not get certificate, license. No point in telling refinery you should do bottom loading. And then wagon shall have top loading, top submerged loading. Why this partiality? When wagons can have, which are bigger, 66 kL, these are maximum 10 or 20 kL. When we can live with a submerged loading there, why we are asking for bottom loading? Then in this case also it should be bottom loading. Is it because of Indian Railways? Government organization we cannot tell?
Is it for all petrol? Only for LPG it is bottom loading, rest are all top loading.
See, it is as per the MOS. Here you cannot do a top loading. See, it is for liquid product. It is not for a compressed liquid.
I am talking about chief control of explosives. You will not approve bottom loading. Only the petroleum tankers are top loading.
No, see, you are talking about LPG tankers.
I am talking about petroleum products.
Petroleum products,
Yes, sir.
we have only top loading.
Yes.
No, the standard wants bottom loading.
No, they have copied from outside. It is a bottom loading, in Europe and all that.
So that I know.
So, that wagons, they are everywhere universally. They are top loading.
No. There are
Mr.
bottom loading.
Europe, it is fully. Please listen to me. There are a lot of automation on that. It is not 2.5-inch pipe. It is it's more than 10-inch dia, which goes submerged loading. It goes down, and I have seen a wagon getting filled in less than a minute. Such a high volume and all that. So 55 KL wagon being filled, which I have seen my own eyes in Shell refinery in Stanlow. So most of the wagons, because they have to do all transportation, even US also the transportation, they have to modify the design of the wagons. So they are all top loading. It's not a bottom loading.
Wagon shall have top.
See, I beg to
It
differ
is.
here. I have seen.
Which country you have seen bottom loading of the wagon?
No,
Which
I listen to
country?
you now.
You tell me.
That's what I am telling you. ICI, they are loading facility in Europe. They are bottom loading. They have a single wagon.
Chemicals,
Huh?
not petroleum. Chemicals.
ICI no longer exists.
Chemicals.
It's a naphtha. The
Must be their
chemicals
own
we are not
dedicated.
going to use in.
Their own wagon may be there, but the industry mostly it is their industry. Petroleum organized petroleum sector is.
No, that's okay. See, here I am pointing out why it should be. It cannot be bottom loading wagon. Bottom loading wagons are there, which uses a 10-inch line. They are using single wagon loading at a time. It's a fully automated thing, quick coupling, and then they will just screw the bolt, and it will be done within 5 minutes. 66 KL will be done in 5 minutes with a 10-inch line, and it will move out and next wagon will come and stand. Everything is made with the stoppers and automatically done. So that is feasible.
That's
So if
great.
you want to do it, it can be done.
Risk is more, the leakage. If there's the bottom flange is there, the risk is more. If you see the hazard and all that, it is more. From the top, you have a 10-inch hole and all that. You have a timer-based loading system which goes down and it goes up slowly because static generation should be minimized. So the bottom loading has been abandoned in some of the old European countries. It was there.
Then it should not be there for truck loading.
No, this is they have, because they have put it top, it is being practiced top, outside they have put it top. So this is a bottom loading in the truck, they have done it based on the old, and they have copied after all. I mean, it's not, let's not go very stringent
No,
way.
so I am only pointing out the things which are there. I am not.
No, ठीक है, they need to correct.
Then coming to emission inventory LDR. See, the stratified emission factors has been mentioned, which is to be followed, or any other superior factors. Stratified emission factors which have been used by US EPA, they have withdrawn it. They do not use it any longer. Now they are using some other better ways of finding out the inventory, which we also should be doing instead of referring to an old one which is not available to anybody. And it's not a factor. Now what they say is use the actual values which you are getting in ppm, use that to calculate the emissions. Anyway, this
But it will affect government refineries also. They are not complaining.
which one?
Yeah, this will affect all the refinery. This will affect all the refinery.
No, I am not talking about Reliance. I am talking about the
This is talking general.
Yeah.
That's why you don't find any logo there, Reliance logo. Otherwise, baseline it should have been there. I should be talking about how much capacity I have and all this thing. I don't talk. Here I have come as a member of the Air Pollution Control Association, not as a industry representing any industry or anything.
That's good points.
Then coming to wastewater collection and treatment, here one or 2 points are there. The collection system shall be covered with water seals on sewers and drains, gas tight covers on junction boxes. See here, normal practice is at junction there will be a water seal and then there will be a vent. This is to release the gases which have got accumulated, and the water seal is provided to have the backward propagation of any flame front. If any fire occurs in any of the section, it should not go back to other section of the oily water sphere. For that only at the junctions the seal is given. So here it is being set for fugitive emissions, so which is not appropriate thing to use. This is a industrial practice is this one. Then this is same as Mr. Tandon said, covering the API and equalization basins. It's a fire and safety hazard, and there have been fires and explosions, not only in India, outside India also. Because of this, even if the standard comes, nobody will put any cover for this. They themselves create an explosive atmosphere within, which needs high level of instrumentation and control if you want to avoid any hazards. You all know how well ETPs are treated, so you will not get such high level of neither the instrumentation nor the maintenance. And in some cases in one of the Middle East countries. They are blown up, and it took 10 months for them to repair the whole thing. So this nobody will touch. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. But if there are any more questions or comments, yeah. Okay, one by one. 1, 2, and then 3. 1.
My name is Dr. I come from Guru Gobind Singh Trust University. That's very good. Actually, Tandon sir was talking about the...
Can you use the...
Can you use the mic?
There is a, can you pass on the mic to him, please?
Tandon sir was talking about the CO2 emission factor, and in the presentation, Karan Sabha was talking about the emission inventory from the oil and refinery sector. Generally, what happens when we calculate the CO2 emissions, which is generally so important for each and every industry, seeing the climate change, we generally take the emission factors developed by the US EPA or in Western countries. Why don't we develop our specific CO2 emission factors for this sector?
No, see, the question is, you do not have a same fuel. I have just gave a representative. If this is a fuel gas is containing some hydrogen also, it is methane, it is a, ethane, it is a plus ethane also, it may be there. So emission factor for CO2, I mean CO2 will be varying and all that. You can't standardize and all that. Now, first thing is, I compliment the Gobind Singh refinery is concentrating more on CO2. Normally, refineries are not having inventory of CO2, This is a different matter because we are using now more of gas, many refineries who have got. So automatically CO2 emissions have come down. As compared to the fuel oil, definitely is far more, So usage of gas will bring down the CO2. Now, CO2 is predominantly has gone up in the refinery because from the hydro treating, hydrogen is needed more. Refineries are having, some refineries may be having 3 or 4 hydrogen units because now you want a fuel, you want a petrol with the very low, it should be, the benzene should be nil, and all other parameters which are different, Euro 4 norms and all that. So they need more extensive hydro treating for the diesel and all that, 50 ppm sulfur, is something you need hydrogen. And once you produce hydrogen from any source, either from gas it could be less the CO2, but if you produce with naphtha, then all the carbon is rejected. You are recovering only the hydrogen part. So the CO2 inventory, I appreciate if Gobind Singh is doing it, they should see that how they can reduce further and all that. So it cannot be a common factor and all that.
Yeah.
I am from Illinois.
Yeah, let him
I
just.
am heading Safety Environment Department of Panagadh. My name is D.K. Karwan. I want to ask 2 questions from Mr. Tandon. Number 1 is that regarding SPM and PM. First of all, there is a difficulty in the measurement of 2.5. This is one problem. Second problem is State Pollution Control Board. Panagadh refinery, Panagadh industry area, where there is a big powerhouse of state government of 1380 megawatt. Then we have this national fertilizer, and all the ground level concentration of TPS that comes in the neighborhood of the refinery only. So SPM level is always very high. I don't want to quote, but it's very high. It's more than 300-400. Now, if we compare whether Panagadh refinery is contributing in increase of SPM, then my suggestion to Pollution Control Board, why can't you install 4 SPM analyzer across the refinery, and then differentiate the delta increase, then you should calculate. It's so saying that the SPM level Panagadh is high and the refinery is controlled. This was one thing. The second was whether are we measuring obesity in any other refinery? Because measuring obesity is very difficult in FCC. And I think I don't have any information about any refinery that is doing now. Instead of that, we can have a filtered clean fuel in the furnace.
I'll respond your first question. Second, Kanan can say who are measuring the opacity and all that. See, you are living in an old scenario. Now, once you have to meet, improved environment limits and all that, environment control, Now, you are having a FCC which, you do not have a tertiary cyclones and all that. You have to go for tertiary cyclones. Now, inside whatever is FCC, you have got a primary and secondary cyclones and all that. How good is the efficiency? It is, what kind of design is there? Today, a lot of design changes are there in the primary and secondary in the regenerator itself, which you may not be aware. Now, secondly, tertiary cyclones is a must. I must emphasize, you have to go for it and to reduce. First, demonstrate with technology that this is the limit I can achieve. Then environment authorities also will see if they have gone for some additional technology and you are not able to limit, then the revision of the limit can be considered, Yes, please listen, Mr. Karwar, you are new to the environment control. Now, this is MAB you are using. You go to your Gujarat refinery, they have the best MAB. They are capturing all the, your air is having SPM. It's all, suspended particles. You can't use the atmospheric air for the MAB, which you have been using earlier. Gujarat refinery has gone for a well-designed MAB, which is having the, the pack of the filters. You can replace those filter media and all that. So, you can't say that within the existing facilities, you cannot meet these standards. You cannot. But you have to put the plan in place that how I am going to meet it.
Sir, SPM is not a problem in Parliament, opacity.
Opacity comes from the SPM only. Opacity comes from the SPM only. You can see the plume, If your SPM is high, only then opacity will be there.
My question was,
anyway,
how to meet the requirement to give the SPM as this opacity data? This is one thing. Second thing was, I was referring to national ambient air standards. No, not about only FCC.
National ambient standard is still more critical.
Yeah, it's very difficult, because even if you close our SPM, even if you close our FCC, and as per the new study, before shutting off refinery, the SPM was more than 500. So after coming up the refinery, it has come down actually.
Ambient air control is a separate thing, But first you have to see your refinery, whatever the emissions are there, whether they are within the limits or not. Anyway, the opacity measurement, I also not, Kanan, they are doing
So it should be do away with, that's what I got.
Opacity, yes.
You can have another precaution like filtration of oil or chemical gas.
Opacity meters are
Opacity
there.
in situ meter, which you have to install on the stand. You cannot do it from outside, it cannot be done. There will be a receiver and there will be a emitter.
There is a refinery.
We have got, refinery.
Only FCC.
FCC only.
Oh.
Because they're only, even in other countries, they go for only one FCC only. And another thing you were asking about CO2. The best thing is whatever fuel you burn, you find out the carbon, how much carbon is the percentage.
You can.
That gives you directly why you go for any factor.
That depends on the oxidation of the carbon.
Yeah.
During burning process, combustion process, how much is oxidized?
How much you think will be oxide? 99.99?
If you are,
It depends on the combustion process.
Oh, if you are not combusting, then your PM will be there. If you 1%, if you say it is 99% only you are combusting, remaining is going as carbon. You know what will be the PM? You cannot see. You will see a dark room only there. So 99.99 is burned. So you can safely assume if all the carbon has been converted into carbon dioxide.
provided
And
here.
this is the
It's unknown.
method given by the World, forget the name of the organization, who do the CDM and CSR. They say the best thing is find out the carbon in the fuel. Only if you are not able to do, then you go for using a factor. Factor gives you very approximate value. You are saying gas composition can vary. Fuel oil composition can vary. But if you are measuring, they give the frequency also. Either you do it once a week or this thing. Then you mention it in your report. We are giving our CSR report, which is published. We give greenhouse gas emissions for the total reliance, in which CO2 is also a major part. It is calculated in each and every site. At Jamnagar, we do it by carbon content in the fuel.
Yeah.
This is regarding this solid waste, that is this tank bottom sludge, which is generated in the case of refinery, as well as for ENP industry also, because we having storage tank, store the oil before supplying to the refinery. A lot of sludge generated. So you are rightly pointed out that it contains a lot of oil. This is not waste oil, putting it to bioremediation. So what we can, because as per present this regulatory provision, we can only sell to the sellers, approved recyclers, approved vendors, or alternatively it can be put under TSDF. So what I say in this case, can be, because certain cement factories, they are also in need of this type of this fuel which they can use for that purpose. But it is possible under the regulatory provision, can we supply this sellers to them, so it can be used for the good cause of this thing, and it is not wasted, and we can utilize the sellers unnecessarily. Because if you go to recycler, he also sends somewhere, but who's the seller, he is in the trouble because he has to get the certification, there are too many problems are there. So I would like to have your views whether directly we can sell to some factory or some who can use the
Yeah.
See,
In fact, okay.
let me respond to you. See, the question is the transportation of the sludge. The oily sludge, if the oil content is more, it can lead to a very unpleasant situation. People, can take out the sludge, they can go for